Meraki TV is proudly brought to you by George Focus of Focus Beyond, education for investing wisely.
Good evening, I'm Anna Savo and this is Meraki TV, brought to you by George Focus of Focus Beyond, education for investing wisely. Tonight we talk to hip-hop cross Laiko artist Master Tempo, Fame Story graduate Maria Iakovou, find out about the Greek Drachma, Helen whips up some decadent Bourekia the cheats way, and we have all the glitz and goss with Stavroula. To get us started though, Belinda Marie talks to our very own Billy Cotsis about his brand new book, The Many Faces of Hellenic Culture. As many of you may know, Billy has spent many years writing as a freelance journalist all over the globe, including New York, London, and of course with Neos Cosmos in Australia. He has a penchant for Greek history and the quirky, and his book is a collection of his finds as he travelled beyond the beaten track to find Hellenic civilizations in the most unexpected places. To tell us more, here's Belinda Marie with Billy Cotsis.
The Many Faces of the Hellenic Culture. How fantastic.
Thank you.
So, what inspired you to write a book?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. So I've been writing for 20 years and been published in quite a few countries. So over in New York, in London where I used to live, across Australia, Greece. So I've had a collection of articles over the years, but more importantly, I've travelled to lots of Greek or Hellenic destinations, places where there are towns and villages that aren't actually in Greece, and I've collected their stories over the years. I think in 2002, a lot changed for me then. I realised that, whilst I've got a day job and I've got a lot of other things to do, there's a lot of stories I've got to write.
And what I see is fascinating about your book is that you don't just focus on Greece itself, and you really go out right across all continents, so Africa, or even travelling to Beirut.
I'm glad you raised that, because that's pretty much the vital point. As I said earlier, a lot of our history might end with, Leonidas or Alexandros, but it's where these people, these Greeks, whether it was on the back of Alexander, whether it was back of the Byzantines. So we obviously had a strong and continue to have a presence in Beirut. That goes back 2,300 years now. Into India, there was a couple of Greek Indian kingdoms. A lot of people don't know that.
What has been your favourite place outside of Greece, finding the Greek culture?
Ooh. I found Albania fascinating, because it's virtually an extension of Greece. That southern bit there, not the rest of Albania, because it's a couple of parts to Albania, but the southern part, which has got a very large Greek minority, so maybe 250,000, maybe 500,000, depends. There's a lot of Greeks. There's at least 100 Greek towns. You rock up, and I remember, you'd see a church being built, and there's like an ancient Greek statue, and it's like, what's going on here? And they're like, oh, we just found it as we're digging it up, and we're just going to use it as part of the church. And it's like, oh my God, you can actually do that sort of stuff. And Syria, you turn up, these are Greek-speaking Muslims, so people who were on the island of Crete in the 1800s. As the Cretans were becoming more independent, because they weren't part of Greece, the Sultan took a lot of these Greeks over to Syria, and there's one place called Al-Hamidiyah, and they created this village. When you turn up, you go to Syria, no one's going to hire you a car. This is before the war, by the way. So you turn up, no one's going to hire you a car because you're a foreigner. You've got to find a driver. The driver drives you the other side of Syria, takes you to this village, drops you off. You're not going to see this guy again. Drops you off. There's no trains, there's no buses. It's on the outskirts of Syria, on the sea, just before Lebanon. And, these people look, they're like, who is this person? You've got this butcher guy. The man from the butcher shop walks out with a knife, really big Cretan moustache. very scary. Another guy in Argile, and they're all just looking at you. It's like,
Who's this new person?
yeah, they
in
speak to you in
town?
Arabic, and it's like, oh my God. And then you say something in Greek. At the moment you speak in Greek, it's like the knives are put down, or the butcher's knife is put down, the Argile stopped, and it's like, oh, you speak Greek. It's like, come on, what are your needs? What do you want?
Wow.
And within 20 minutes, you're at someone's house, in their house, having frappe, having some Greek sweet. You know, then an old Cretan Muslim man who comes out and starts singing you songs from the homeland.
Wow.
It's just great.
Thank you, Billy, for joining us today, and we hope to see you again for your next book coming out.
Thank you very much, Belinda.
Thank you.
Did you know the Greek drachma was one of the oldest currencies in the world? The oldest coins of the Western world were struck along the west coast of Asia Minor in the 7th and 6th centuries BC, and shortly afterwards the coins also appeared on mainland Greece. The Greek drachma as a monetary unit goes back to 500 BC, making the ancient Greeks one of the first civilizations to use a systematic currency. The 5th century BC Athenian coin became the most important denomination of the time and developed into an international means of payment in the entire Mediterranean basin. As a result of the conquest of Alexander the Great, the drachma was used as far east as India. The widespread usage of the drachma also demonstrates the commercial and political importance of Athens at the time. The coin featured the profile of Athena, the goddess of wisdom, on one side, and on the other an olive branch and an owl. The word drachma comes from the word drato, which means to grasp or a handful. Initially it referred to a handful of 6 iron rods called obols, which were used as currency before the use of coins. In later times, when foreign invaders took over Greece and ruled the country for centuries, the drachma disappeared from use. The drachma was reintroduced to Greece as a national currency in 1832, when the country won its independence from Ottoman rule. The new coin carried a portrait of King Otto, modern Greece's first king. On January 1, 2002, the Greek drachma was officially replaced as a circulating currency by the euro.
It's time for an income breakthrough. To free yourself from working for money, have your money work for you. George Focus of Focus Beyond will show you step by step how to generate income from the share market irrespective of if it goes up or down. Access resources that do the hard work for you and devote no more than 60 minutes a month so you can enjoy financial freedom and time with family. To change your life forever, go to focusbeyond.com now. Erimia Home Care Services. It's so difficult asking for help. Take the stress out and enjoy precious time because there's no place like home. erimia.com.au. IssyJewelry.com. Evil Eye Jewelry and unique fun pieces. Use the exclusive Meraki TV 20 discount code until June 30 for 20% off. IssyJewelry.com. Issy is you. Digitalpress.com.au. Whether it's business or personal, your printing needs to be quick, easy, innovative and of the highest quality. Mention Meraki TV for 20% off your first order. Digitalpress.com.au.
Master Tempo has been pivotal to not only the hip-hop scene in Greece, but has also crossed many genres, including Laiko, having released music with and remixed nearly every one of the big Laiko stars. On his recent Australian tour, Billy Cotsis got to chat with him backstage about being a pioneer, as well as current and future projects.
From Sydney, Rockdale, Central Live, we have one of Greece's greatest and most famous names in the hip-hop movement and also in the pop scene, Master Tempo. Master Tempo, welcome to Sydney.
You got to put me in all columns. One of the best known in all columns. We do Laika as well. We have made songs with almost everybody who sings Laika all over Greece.
Actually, I've noticed, and there's actually some great. Vasilis Karas is one of them.
Yeah, and he was somebody I was trying to get for like 2 years. I had written the song especially for him, and I was trying to find the right moment where he and I could do it because of his discography, mine, where we could do the song together. And it was one of the times. It was the first time that I wept in the studio when I heard him sing my lyrics.
And you also filmed the film clip in London, so that would have
Yeah.
been an experience as well.
Well, it was at the point where Greece was right in the middle of the crisis, and we were hearing all over the news of young people getting out of Greece, trying to find jobs out of Greece. So I had this idea of making a video clip showing that. So it's a whole video clip which has no, we don't sing in the video clip, it's just a movie showing two kids that are trying to find their way outside of Greece, but then Vasilis Karas is the dad and he says, come back, I'm here for you. Εδώ για σένα που λέει το τραγούδι.
It's a great song, that one.
Thank you.
Take Me Back, Doggy Style. That was the very first album you
Oh,
released.
we gotta start from the beginning because I'm singing in about an hour. Are we gonna make it? You think we're gonna make it?
I was just going to say that's one of the most influential albums that came out in the last
the most
generation.
influential album was Going Through at that point. Come on, don't. I mean, we made a good album, but the most influential for the hip hop movement, which broke hip hop into the mainstream, which is what made every one of us have a career, was Nikos Vouriotis and Michalis Papathanasiou with La Sagrada Familia. But you know, times change. I'm trying to always go with what not just the people want to hear, but what I want to hear. My ear has something new that it likes each year. So I try to do songs in that vein.
Which makes you more contemporary, more relevant.
Well, it has its good and its bad. The good stuff is that you are more contemporary each time. The bad is that you don't make a specific identity and you have a new identity each and every time, and you hope that people are going to like that identity at that point.
Now tell me, your show, your tour, where are you? You're in Sydney at the moment. Where are you going next?
Listen, I'm going back to Greece because I have a new song coming out right now. It's called Sexy Selfie, and I have to get the video clip out.
Master Tempo, I realise that you're going to be on in about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're going to cut it short. But we just want you to perhaps tell some of the viewers in Australia your thoughts on the music scene in Greece and how you see things going in terms
All
of
I
music.
want to say to all the people that see you is keep loving Greek music. Don't forget about it. Hear Greek music. Buy Greek music. Buy.
Hi guys, welcome to Helen's Cuisine. Good to see you again. Tonight I've got a treat for you. These are my favourite. Bourekia with ricotta, but the cheats way of making it. To start with, you're going to need a nice big bowl. We're going to need some fresh ricotta, some cream Philadelphia cheese, a little bit of cinnamon, vanilla, and that's about it. So first up, I've got some beautiful fresh ricotta. This is about a cupful, maybe a cup and a half, but it's got to be fresh, and this is straight out of the deli fresh. We've got 1/4 cup of Philadelphia cream cheese. Give it a bit of a mix, because next you need to put your cinnamon and your vanilla, about 1/4 teaspoon of each, just to give it that little tang. It smells delicious as it is. Now I can eat this just fresh with some honey. I love ricotta, and you're going to love this one. Next up, I've got some beautiful gougie pastry. It's the cheats way, like I said, but you're going to love these. No fuss, they're already cut out in circles. It's so easy. You can get your gougie pastry anywhere. Coles and Woolies stock it really well. So the gougie is ready to wrap. A pastry nice and flat. A little bit of butter so that it can help stick. I have about a tablespoon of our ricotta, placing it in the middle, folding it over, press it down, and they're ready to fry. So this is the sweet version. I love the savoury version. You're going to love it as well. All you do is use the same amount of ricotta, maybe a little bit of cream cheese and some grated halloumi through it, a little bit of mint, and you do exactly the same, and they are delicious. Beautiful for an entree or a little snack. So here they are, guys, that simple. We're going to head over to the stove now and fry these little babies up. So we have our vegetable oil on medium heat. So you can have these in the freezer, you can make them a weekend before, pop them in some nice little Glad wrap, in the fridge, in a container, and they're ready to cook as soon as you put them out of the freezer. So you don't have to prepare them in advance, but you can if you want to. The most important thing is just keep flipping them. You don't want them to burn, so you just got to keep on flipping those little babies and they'll come out nice and brown. So there we have it. It took all up probably 15 minutes, and these are delicious. You can see how crispy they look. We're going to finish them off with a little bit of icing sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. Now, if you really want to go over the top, these are served really well with carob honey. You can get this from most continental delicatessens. Carob honey is my favourite. A little bit of a drizzle over the top because it's quite gooey and yummy and sticky. You're going to love this.
DJ Crazy Con presents Grease 2016, the 17th installment in his iconic Grease CD series. 20 tracks of Grease's biggest artists: Pantelidis, Chiamos, Retos, Master Tempo, Salty, Dalidis, Vegas, Lockout, and many more. Plus a trademark super mix by superstar Greek-Australian DJ producer Crazy Con. Get your hands on the hottest Greek CD this year, Grease 2016.
valetsalons.com.au. Enjoy the ultimate Hollywood hair and body experience right here in Kogarah with Valet. Mention Meraki TV for a $25 hair treatment free with any service. valetsalons.com.au. Whether it's Melbourne, Darwin, Queensland, something exotic, or just perfect Greece, call Mega Travel 9824 2427. The Many Faces of Hellenic Culture, a fascinating read by author Billy Cotsis, who takes us to the Greek colonies of the Mediterranean, Black Sea, Asia Minor and the Middle East. Available from Amazon and anywhere good Greek books are sold.
Maria Iakovou first jumped onto our radar as part of the popular Greek talent show, Fame Story. It was a springboard she took full advantage of and launched a successful career with numerous hits, including Mavra Mesanichta, Yasena Naseno and Adeya. In Sydney, on tour with Master Tempo, Billy Cotsis grabbed a couple of minutes backstage to chat.
Joining Master Tempo tonight, we have another famous star from Greece, and a star not just in Greece but also across the Balkans. Maria, welcome to Sydney.
It's nice to be here for once more.
This is your fourth time in Sydney or Australia?
Yeah, it's been many years ago when I first came here with Stelios Rokos. I came at 2012 with Yannis Plutarchos again, and 2 years ago, just me, myself and I, and now with Petros of Master Tempo.
Who's the best one of the lot, Master Tempo?
Of course. He's groovy.
And he's also in the room at the moment.
So I cannot say anything bad for him.
Tell us a little bit about your career. You started in Fame Story, then you had a big album in 2008.
Ice Age. Where did you remember that? Yes, it was long ago, 2005, when I was participating in Fame Story. And a few years later, I started in the Greek discography with Mavra Mesanichta, and so it goes on.
And that was also the title of a soap opera, is that correct?
Yeah, TV series with the same title, where I had a small part as an actor in there too. It was fun, good years.
Now tell us about the Balkans and Turkey. You had a #1 hit in Turkey, you had top 10s in the Balkans. What was that like?
I don't know, I wasn't there to see, but it was a really good surprise, a positive one, because when you listen that, you hear that your songs are being heard in other countries, it's big. Yeah. And it was not only in Turkey, it was in Bulgaria, I think, too, Yugoslavia. It was the Yasena Naseno remix. And I think another one, Είναι κάτι δειλινά, a slow one, a slow song. It was big.
That's fantastic. Last question for you. So in terms of the show, if people come and watch your show, what do they expect to see?
They're going to have fun. They're going to hear some good Greek popular music. The one that makes, Greek people go up. And I think we'll have good time.
Excellent. Maria, thank you very, very much. Good luck with the tour and good luck with summer in Greece.
Have fun.
Actually, last question for you. If people are in Greece this summer, where can they see you? Where can they see Master Tempo play?
I'll be out of Athens at Nafplio with Dimitris Yotis for the summer season. And then we'll see, because I'm trying to find a new song. I'm looking very carefully for that. I don't want to do something in a rush. I want to do something carefully. So after that, we'll see.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Maria.
Thank you.
Nasa ka lang.
Have a nice time.
More than 20,000 ink enthusiasts gathered at the 10th International Athens Tattoo Convention. Despite Greece's economic crisis, the tattoo culture has taken off in a big way. You would be hard-pressed to go out in Greece and not see people decorated in tattoos. Not to mention the body art you see on the beach. Here are some designs from the convention. The Darwin Greek Lendi Festival is on Queen's birthday long weekend, June 11 and 12. The Esplanade will transform into the Mediterranean with the Glendi All-Stars Band, singers Katerina Burnelli, Vasilis Metaxas, plus food stalls and rides. 3 after-parties will feature this year, kicking off on the Friday night and finishing off Sunday night at Discovery Nightclub. Here are highlights from last year's after-party. A $20 million Art Deco cinema complex is under construction in Prospect, Adelaide. The Palace Nova Cinema, with its 14 boutique screens, is a project of the Maras Group. Plain packaging laws just came into effect in the UK. Cigarette packets will have the same shape and colour, without the logo. The days of branded cigarette packets in Greece are also numbered, as the plain packages with shocking images will soon happen. Plans are underway to set up a new Greek film commission to attract film production to Greece. Greece will make it a priority to lure in Hollywood and European production companies. No more missing out because of the unfriendly government environment and bureaucracy involved in the process. New Wines of Greece will return to Australia. 23 wineries will visit Sydney, Melbourne and Adelaide from 19 to 25 June to host tastings, masterclasses and intimate lunches and dinners. From the Peloponnese region to Santorini and the islands, more than 70 wines will be featured. Watch George Ferocious Kambosos fight to become Australia's next world champion. This Wednesday, 8 June, at Sutherland Entertainment Centre, Sydney. Kambosos was bullied at school because of his weight, a painful memory that pushed him to grow up, take up boxing and become a lean, mean fighting machine. It's hard to imagine anyone trying to bully him today. If you're getting ready for a summer in Greece, this romantic clip of 2 octopuses will transport you straight to your favourite island.
Thank you so much for joining us yet again, everybody. Before we go, I must extend a very big thank you to our major sponsor, George Focus of Focus Beyond, education for investing wisely. And of course, our guests tonight, Master Tempo and Maria Iakovou. Stay in touch with us during the week via Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. and subscribe to us on YouTube for catch-up episodes, as well as our website, www.meraki.tv. Tonight, I'm leaving you with some highlights from Master Tempo and Maria Iakovou in Sydney. Until next week, Bedia, Philakia from me, Anna Savo. Meraki TV is proudly brought to you by George Focus of Focus Beyond, education for investing wisely.